Hi, this short video looks at the Declaration of Conformity as we move from the current PAS 2030-14 edition into the new 2017 edition. In particular, we're just going to quickly run through how to make sure that you fill in the form correctly as we move over to the new edition of PAS to avoid any issues whilst we're submitting measures to the energy suppliers. This Declaration of Conformity template is going to change over the next couple of months, but I've been told that the actual template is going to get a lot more straightforward, and we're going to try and get it down to a 2-page document. But for the foreseeable future, this is the template that you should all be using currently, and that's going to remain for the foreseeable future. You'll probably notice that as we moved into Eco 2T, that the Declaration of Conformity grew in size, and it went from a 2-page document over to a 3-page document. Part of the reason for that is there's now, in the new PAS edition 2017, more scrutiny around the design of insulation measures as well as the installation. So I guess to put it in very simple terms, you could have an architect designing the scheme, but an installer then using that architect's design to install it. So they want to separate out the design element, which is why you've got more options in respect of handover. This video is going to focus very much on what they call the self-validation route, which is where the installer both designs and installs the measures, which I believe is pretty much commonplace in terms of how our network operates. So let's jump into 3 examples that we've got. So the first example is what you should be already doing for installations that have taken place in either April or May. So this is where you have a 2014 PAS certificate. You're installing in line with those standards because it's not until the 1st of June installs where you need to move over to the new standard. So for all measures installed in April and May, quite simply, what you need to be doing on the Declaration of Conformity, filling it in as usual, and at the bottom you'll notice in section A it says if certified to PAS 2030-14, which you will be. You then fill in section A, so you've got the measure cavity wall insulation installed at the location, installed on such a date by the named company, not the operative, using annex, and in this case we've used a cavity wall example, so that's B1. You'll notice that it actually says and one section from section B. That doesn't apply for measures that are installed in April and May. So just for completeness, measures installed in April and May from a PAS handover perspective on the DOCC, you only need to be filling in section A. So as we move into the 1st of June, all installers right across the industry are now going to have to demonstrate that they've installed in line with the new PAS 2030-2017 standards. The reason that we've got 2 examples to go through is that it may be that your next audit from your accreditation body isn't due until later in the year. So you might have a strange scenario where from the 1st of June you are installing in line with the new 2017 standards, but you only actually have a PAS 2030-14 certificate. So let's look at what you would do in that instance. So nothing changes as far as the remainder of the DOCC. We're just going to look at the PAS handover sections. So as the example that we went through before, you would fill in section A with all of the relevant information because you are certified in this example to 2014. However, because we're now from the 1st of June and we now need to install in line with 2017, you now need to fill in one section from section B. So if you are going down the self-validation route, you can see here the design and installation of cavity wall insulation at this address installed on the 1st of June in line with Annex B1 self-validated. So you would be filling in that section from section A and this top section here from section B, and that's it. When you then got possession of your PAS 2030-2017 certificate, you can then forget about section A completely, and you can also forget about section B in its entirety. Once you've got in possession, your possession of 2017 certificate, all you're interested in is now section C, because you are certified to 2017 standards. So in this example here is the installer. You are designing and installing the measure, we're assuming for this example. So you just fill in this bottom section, section C, because you're now in possession of a 2017 certificate. So hopefully that helps and avoids any confusion. If you've got any issues, please contact one of the Snug Network team. Thanks.